I am Nicholas Nguyen, the Emergency Disaster Services and Service Extension Director. The reason why I am actually in the emergency world is I grew up with the knowledge that my parents actually went through a similar event. So they met each other in a refugee camp because actually the Vietnam War. So my dad was actually in prison because he served for the South Army that partnered with the US for 6 years and 8 months. But afterwards escaping, he actually met in a refugee camp and met my mom. So they had me after they came to the US. So from my end, it's trying to help alleviate, trying to help other families that hopefully are not affected by those kind of disasters, those kind of events. So that's really my passion for emergencies. From my end, I joined the Salvation Army because I actually didn't know that they were in 128 countries. But after looking back, that's actually one of the greatest assets of Salvation Army. Other non-governmental organizations, they're only in a few countries and it's only for maybe 6 months, 2 years, 5 years, and then they leave. Salvation Army-wise, we're there in 128 countries. There's all the people, all the officers, all the soldiers, all the volunteers that actually keep it going for the years to come. So that's really the biggest asset. So if you like to actually volunteer and serve in disaster response, there's multiple ways you can do that. You can actually let your DHQ, your headquarters, actually know that you're available, what kind of skills, what kind of experience you have. And then you can actually go online as well. There's a disaster database, disaster.salvationarmyusa.org, where you can actually create a profile, put in all your experiences, where you actually deployed to, and then where your actual availability dates for others to know as well. But it's really, we're able to do all the services we can thanks to you. So for the public who are actually interested in volunteering, you can actually go online as well. So you can go online to the same website, disaster.salvationarmyusa.org, and you can create a profile that way to volunteer. You can put in all your experiences and everything. Just on this past Thomas fire, due to the nature of the response and the period, we had a lot more volunteers that we actually used. So we were able to do 5,059 meals thanks to volunteers. We were able to help out 389 families with bottles of water, with clothing, with all that stuff, thanks to volunteers. And then we were able to help out, in the early days, $128,000 worth. So that was 516 families, and that's all the thanks to volunteers as well. So if you're interested in actually joining the volunteer-wise, you can go online to create your profile. If you can join us, then we'd love to have you on board.